The wind cut through the streets of Seattle that Christmas Eve, sharp and bitter, and Liam Harper pulled his coat tighter around himself as he held Mia's hand. They had been out running last-minute errands, stocking up on ingredients for pancakes and cocoa, trying to make the holiday feel normal after the year they'd had. Mia, 7, skipped a few steps ahead and then stopped, her small gloved hand tugging at his sleeve. "Dad," she said, voice soft but insistent, "why is she out here all alone?" Liam followed her gaze and saw a girl no older than 9, hunched over a small basket of cookies on the sidewalk. Her jacket was thin, not enough for the wind whipping through the city streets. Her face was pale, lips cracked from the cold, eyes wary and calculating, like she'd learned to read the world as danger first. She held up a cookie and whispered, "Please?" Mia's question stuck in Liam's chest. It wasn't just curiosity. It was a nudge, a truth he hadn't wanted to face. So many people had passed her by tonight. Couples laughing, arms full of shopping, business people glancing down at their phones they hadn't seen her. But Mia had, and now he had. "Stay here for a moment, sweetie," he said to Mia, guiding her to the warmth of a nearby cafe window where they could watch without being seen. He stepped closer to the girl, careful not to scare her. "Hi there," he said softly, crouching to her level. "What's your name?" The girl studied him for a long moment, eyes sharp but tired. "Ava," she said finally. "That's a beautiful name," Liam said. "I'm Liam. How long have you been out here tonight, Ava?" "Since noon," she whispered. Liam glanced at his watch. "Almost 8. 8 hours in the freezing cold." "Where are your parents?" he asked gently. "Dead," she said simply, almost like stating a fact about the weather. Her eyes flicked to the street, avoiding his. "My aunt, she takes care of me." And then Liam saw her aunt across the street, a shadowy figure at the edge of a convenience store doorway, drinking from a bottle, paying no attention to Ava. Rage hit him like a wave. But he swallowed it down. "Not here. Not now. Do you do this every day?" he asked. Ava nodded. "After school, weekends. I have to sell cookies to get food." "Where do you get them?" Liam asked gently. "The bakery down the street. They give me old ones cheap." Liam's jaw clenched. 8 hours in the cold selling leftover cookies to survive, and no one had cared enough to notice. He pulled out his wallet, ready to buy all her cookies, but then paused. That would only solve today, not the days ahead. "Okay, Mia," he said when he returned to her by the window. "Go ahead. Buy Ava's cookies. All of them." Mia handed over the cash, solemn and careful as if performing a ceremony. Ava blinked, startled. Liam collected the empty basket. "You sold everything," he said. "Now let's get you somewhere warm." Ava shook her head. "No, I can't." "You don't have to come with me," Liam said. "But tonight you're not out in the cold alone." He arranged for her to stay in a nearby shelter that night, giving her the choice, respecting the little control she had left in her life. She hesitated, but eventually nodded. Over the next few weeks, Liam didn't rush. He checked in with Ava, brought her warm clothes, and slowly helped the authorities investigate her aunt. Ava was wary at first, but she began to trust him and Mia, letting them into her world a little at a time. She loved to draw, to tell stories, and Liam made sure she had space to do both. By Christmas morning, Ava's eyes widened when Liam led her into a room he had prepared. The walls were lined with her drawings, her favorite books on a small shelf, a bed with soft blankets. "This is yours," he said simply. And then, with a quiet ceremony, he made it official. She was now part of the Harper family. At first, Ava was cautious, afraid to hope. But with Mia by her side, a sister to laugh with, to fight with over small things like whose turn it was to pour the cocoa, she slowly began to feel safe. Meals were shared, pancakes burned sometimes, stories told late into the night. Liam watched as Ava's laughter started to fill the house, a sound he hadn't realized he missed so much. Healing didn't come all at once. Ava hoarded snacks, jumped at sudden noises, and sometimes apologized for taking up space. But Liam and Mia were patient, steady, consistent, and little by little she began to trust that she was home. By the next year, Ava was volunteering at a local art center for children in need. She told them her story not to frighten them, but to show them hope, to remind them that even when life feels impossible, kindness can arrive in the most unexpected ways. The Harpers began a Christmas tradition, delivering homemade cookies and notes to families and children who might feel invisible. Ava led the way, making sure every loaf, every note, every act of warmth carried the message, "You are seen, you are loved." One evening after delivering cookies, a boy around 11 approached them, sitting on the curb outside a store with a sign, "Homeless. Anything helps?" Ava knelt down to his level, smiling gently. "What's your name?" she asked. "Marcus," he said, wary. Ava handed him a loaf of cookies, a small gift card, and Liam's phone number. "Call if you need help," she said. "Real help, not just food for today. Someone will listen." Marcus stared at the card, at her. "Why would you help me?" Ava smiled, thinking back to that night when Liam and Mia had first stopped for her in the cold. "Because someone helped me once. That night they made me family. They made me believe I mattered. Now it's my turn." Liam and Mia watched quietly from the car. "You didn't just help him," Mia whispered. "You're making the world better." Ava's smile was quiet but strong. "The impossible," she said softly, "is just the right thing disguised as the hard thing." Over the years, the Harper family grew in ways they couldn't have imagined. Ava thrived, becoming a young woman who used her art and her story to lift others. Liam learned that family isn't only about blood, it's about choosing to love, choosing to see, choosing to act. And Mia, now a big sister who had once asked the simplest, most human question, grew into someone who understood that small acts of compassion could change lives forever. That first Christmas Eve remained etched in their hearts. A cold street corner, a basket of cookies, a small girl trying to survive, and the choice to stop and see her. One decision had transformed not just Ava's life, but theirs as well. Because love, real love, doesn't walk past. It notices, it cares, and sometimes it does the unthinkable. And when that happens, it changes everything.